If you want to make money in this cryptocurrency bull run, there's a few most important things you must do as a crypto investor, especially right now. Number one is if you can just stay in the game for the next few months, I promise you all this hard work you're doing now will pay off. A lot of people get very concerned. They go and check their coins. Let's just look at Bitcoin, for example. And they check the last month and they see these big drops and then they see it go back up. And it's a very emotional fucking roller coaster, especially if you're trying to make money tomorrow. And that is the worst thing to do because I promise you, again, in the next 12 to 16 months, you're going to be disgusted in the prices that we're going to go in our altcoins, let alone BTC. So what I want you guys to really focus on, and this is like the hard work behind the scenes where nobody sees the effort you do. We've all been there. We're all doing it right now. The job you're working at, yes, you might hate it. It might suck. But you're using this to funnel this in coins. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't let anybody else tell you that cryptocurrency is risky. It's a scam. I know this guy that lost money. Just keep going, brother. I promise you, you're going to be fine. The coins you're researching, maybe you're coming home after work and you don't have much time to spend with the kids, etc. Good. Keep going. Keep researching because I promise you it will pay off tenfold. The sacrifices of no partying, going out, keep going. Don't be distracted by that pint on a Saturday night to watch the football, that big event that's going to cost you $500 when you wish you had that to invest in a coin. Don't go. Keep investing, keep researching, keep no partying. The shitty car you might have and you're driving rather than buying a new one, good. Don't buy it. Use that extra income if you're going to finance it or buy it cash. Put that in cryptocurrency. Because what happens if you can ignore all the distractions is all these little daily habits that you're stacking up. They might sound like nothing on paper. They might seem unsexy and not fun at the time, but they start to stack. And you know what happens when you start to stack good habits? It's almost like God rewards you with fucking amazing compound results. And your crypto portfolio will go to the moon. But here's the caveat. If you start bad habits on the way down, you know what happens? Life gets very bad very fast. The income goes down. Shit's getting way more hard to afford stuff. You're going out, etc. You're getting tired. You're getting lazy. You're putting on more body fat. You might even lose the job if you're coming into work tired, especially in your sales job. So it might get way worse. So just stack the good habits. Instant gratification. Delay it. And delayed gratification, especially with cryptocurrency, is one of the most important delayed gratification mindsets. Because it doesn't pay off tomorrow. It doesn't pay off next month. It doesn't pay off in the 6 months. It might if you catch a good pump. But most of the coins you're buying today, they're delayed gratification for 1 to 2 years. Now, all these sacrifices, I promise you, will pay off tenfold by 2025. Just keep going. Because you might look outside, and I've had this mindset before where I used to live, and even when I'm back here in the UK, I look outside the neighbourhood. I see some guys, maybe with better cars, maybe with better, on paper, lifestyles. That might be you right now. And you want more. Good, it's coming. But it's not going to come if you're stacking these bad habits. You might look outside as well. You might see Jonathan, Tim across the road, and they just bought that new car. They bring it in the driveway. It's all fancy. It's all new. Get pissed off, but don't do it. Because what you need to understand is this guy spending his whole fucking money on a shitty Fiat 500 just to please his wife. This sales guy making a couple $100 saying, yeah, such a good car. You look like a pussy, bro. You look like a pussy. And you also are wrecking your cryptocurrency portfolio massively. If you're taking on debt that you can't afford, if you're buying things cash when you should have just bought cryptocurrency, you will be wrecked because of this. Okay? So here's the reality, and I want to make this absolutely true for you. I've seen it so many times. This poor man, this little guy right here, he might look happy on the outside, but inside he's dying because he maybe rents his car or finances his car an extra $400 a month. It sounds like nothing. But once you start stacking these 400, 500 a month, and your job's only paying you 2 to 3K, there's nothing left to invest in cryptocurrency. No wonder you can't invest in cryptocurrency. Jake, I can't invest. No wonder. You've got nothing left because you've got too much of these debts. He might look happy on the inside, but this is what he looks on the inside. Or he might look happy on the outside. This is what he looks like on the inside. He's counting the bills. He's like, okay, we've got $500 a month car. We've got a 1.2K mortgage. We've got insurance, another grand. We've got phone bills. Well, we've got to take that wife on holiday. We've got to give her those 3-4 holidays. Don't take them. Don't buy it. You're already in them, and you're better getting to work. Because this can be a better man. You can have this smile pulling up to the dealership with a brand new Lamborghini Huracan 2025 and 2025 if you just stay the course. And that's the reality. Or you can have this shitty Fiat 500. 2024, 2023, nice new model, looks cool, but you wreck your future buying power. Okay, and this happened to me so many times. I was so much distracted trying to keep up with the Jonases, as they would say. But then I was like, fuck the Jonases, I'm just going to lock in. You're not going to see me for 1 year, and that's what I want you guys to do. So say no to all these distractions for a better 2025. Because here's the reality. How many Americans live in paycheck to paycheck? So this survey indicated that 66%, I would argue it's higher, but 66% feel like they live in paycheck to paycheck. And paycheck to paycheck means if you make $3K a month, you have $3K expenses. You can't do any damage in the real world. You can't go and start that business. You can't invest in any coins. Struggling to make ends meet. How many times have you heard, I'm just struggling. I was with my neighbour the other day, and we were doing something for the other channel, and he has £30 at the end of the month. His expenses are too high for his income. If you can't make more income, lower your expenses. If you can't lower your expenses or can't make more income, maybe you should get rid of the car. Maybe you should downgrade in some ways. It might hurt you as a man. That's the worst thing it can hurt you as a man, because finance is so important. But if you have to downgrade, so what? Nobody actually cares. And nobody even cares when you bring up that 2025 Lamborghini Bull Run. But you know you did that. So if you can just get rid of like, oh, what's he going to think if I start downgrading, selling the car, etc. They might think I'm struggling. Good. Because inside they're fucking struggling, bro. Because this is 99% of people. And this will be 99.9% of people forever. And if you want to be the 1%, get to work. Start downgrading. If you can't get more income. You can always get more income. But if you genuinely can and you're fucking up to the balls with work, start downgrading. So here's what motivates me. And this is what I want you guys to do as a little bit of a cider. So if you are this guy, but you have a decent amount of cryptocurrency, well, you can actually get to work. Because here's the Brett pool. I always talk about this because I want income-driving assets. I don't know if you've ever read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That was kind of my first discovery book. And like, oh, fuck. We want assets. We don't want liabilities. Those can come after. I've bought a lot of liabilities. I bought that $65,000 iced-out AP. Might hold a little bit of value, but it's not. It's not. I could have just been the good guy and bought some nice safe investments like a cute little Rolex, a 20K Rolex, maybe the proper AP. But I was like, nah. I have worked fucking hard, and once you get to this stage, you'll know what it feels like. Let me buy some liabilities. I bought 2 more liabilities yesterday. You'll see that on another channel, Jake Gordon. You can find it. It's more like a vlog channel. But at the start, I still want to keep these assets, because if I can get assets that pay me for the liabilities, and that's a beautiful thing. The assets or the liabilities I'm buying, I'm purchasing them with my assets. That's fucking crazy. Now, yes, cryptocurrency assets using DeFi pools can be seen as risky. It's not as safe as real estate. But I would argue, and I was having this discussion with the guy yesterday when I was making some expensive purchases. He was talking about the house he used to rent out. Now, for 1.5k years, he was expected to make about 2 to 3k. It was a nice house, 2 to 3k per month. So he was expected about 36k in income from this house, right? And obviously, you know, we trust the rental person will keep it nice and clean, etc. So the house might go up in value, but obviously you own the house. Let's just leave it how it is. It produces you 36k, give or take a year, in income. Nice house. You know what the problem was? He got fucking zero. Because the tenants was a bad pick. And then he also had to pay an extra $400 or £400 to get out the deal, because he was paying a landlord like the tenancy 10% of collecting income. They never collected fucking anything, but he lost 400, and then they fucking wrecked the house. So I would argue real estate's great, but you can get very unlucky. And I've heard this story so many times. So I don't want real estate. I want cryptocurrency that I like and trust and already hold, that pays me regardless of a tenant. I don't have to fuck about with tenants' fees. I don't have to fuck about if the guy's got a dog, or if he scratches the fucking oven, or if he sets the fire on because he's a fucking idiot. All I need to worry about is holding coins I already like, for example, the Brett/Ethereum pool, and I do the numbers where I think they're going to go. I check the liquidity, and I'm getting paid as we're making this video. Don't you want that? Because it's $200 every single day, 6k a month. It goes up and down. It's been way higher. It's been way lower. This pays me whatever. And I can't, and here's the kicker. I can't buy a house with $70,000. I can buy a shed. Maybe in Glasgow, I can buy a fucking dumpster property. In the scheme of the scheme, if you guys know UK or Scotland, you know scheme houses, right? That's what I can buy with 70k. But I'll tell you something, a 70k house, a 70k scheme property is not going to pay me $6,000 a month. It'll pay me £400 a month, if lucky. That's the difference. There's also another beautiful part about that, but I really want you guys to get out of the mindset of buying liabilities right now and using assets to buy liabilities. So again, what does that mean? With this 6,000 on average that we're making, it goes up, it goes down. You can see here in the last month we've made 5,500. So it's pretty consistent, right? But that means I can spend, if I want, I'm not doing this by the way, but if I want, I can spend $5,500, I can collect the fees, and I can have a Lamborghini on finance. I could save up 10 months and I could buy that AP cash. I bought it cash before this, but that's what I could do if I really wanted to do that, right? But here's why I'm not doing that yet. Because this 5.7k in fees is nice. And here's what I've collected. And again, I've got multiple other pools. You've seen them before. 2.7 Brett, 2.7 Ethereum, right? Pretty much 50-50. 19,000 Brett, almost in Ethereum. Imagine almost getting Ethereum in 1 month, every single month. That's really motivating, because we know Ethereum, it might go to 7 to 8k minimum. I think that's quite possible. I think Brett's going to go to 1 to 2. And if you don't believe in this, you don't have to touch these pools. You touch the pools that you're already interested in. So what I see is I stack coins, I don't worry about the dollar value, and this gives me the ultimate confidence. Because shit gets crazy if you take action on this. Because again, this is $6,000, give or take. But when Brett goes to $1, let's just say, I think it will do that quite easily. With the research I've done, number one meme coin base, blah, 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 you've heard it. That's 19,000 in 2025 prices. So I might be earning 6k a month or 3k on this one for Brett, 50%. But I'm earning almost, honestly, with the way I see it, $20,000 on Brett a month. And then there's Ethereum. I'm looking at as 6k. So I'm looking at this pool saying, okay, right now I'm earning 20k in Brett and 26. So 26k dollar value for 2025. You don't get that in the scheme house from Glasgow, whatever you guys are living in. You don't fucking get that, bro. That's fucking crazy. Now, this is hypothetical, but once you understand this, and you can take the profits from this right now if you want. I just see it going a little bit different because I've got a big income where I can take these risks. You don't have to do that. But I want to buy these driven assets and not liabilities, brother. Liabilities can come after. You can buy as many liabilities if you're stacking $26,000 or just on one pool every single month. You wait 10 months, you got 200. You can buy the Lamborghini cash with all the fucking extra upgrades you want. You can buy that new house cash if you want. Stick in the game. Stick in the game. It'll change your mind. Because now, if I was still working a job and I was still doing this, sometimes I almost wish I was working a job. Just to see how it would, just the confidence I would have compared to when I was back working my sales jobs and other jobs I had at 18, 19, 20, 21, really before I found success in my first business, e-commerce. But now if I could go back to my job, I would just not feel any pain, because I remember when I was doing these sales jobs at Exercise for Less, and all those guys lost their jobs, by the way, because JD bought them over. Now they're all controlled by robots because you just turn to the gym and you scan. You don't need any salespeople. They all do marketing online. Finally, they caught up. I was trying to tell these guys about it ages ago, but they just want to push you to pick up the phone and start dialing people to sell a $20 membership. Fucking idiots. But imagine if you were stacking, 10k, 20k a month, and you still went to the job. You would have no fucking fear of the boss saying, you better call, you're going to lose your job. Because I was always scared of like, oh my God, I need to make this sales target because my boss is going to fire me. And he would have fired me. But imagine if you were just coming with a smile. This is you. If you've got pools paying you cash, you've got unlimited confidence, brother. Because you walk into work and knowing you're going to be in 12 to 16 months. And you could even walk into work right now, and some of you guys might be doing this, and I respect that. Stay in the job as much as you can because you can print more income to invest in more pools, etc. There's a huge weight lifted off your shoulder. Imagine you're scrolling into work and knowing you're making 10k dollar value today in passive income on pools, and your job's maybe paying you 3. Like, what's your boss going to say? Oh, you're going to lose your jobs. Dare me. Take me out. It doesn't matter. That's the confidence. Because a lot of people make the 3k, and again, they have 3k in expenses with all their bullshit, so they pretty much are at zero. And if they lose this job, it's fucking game over. What you want to do? It's benefit time for you. It's living in your mum's fucking basement for you. So I would really recommend you start looking at pools that your coins you're interested in. Don't copy me. Again, you can see this live. This is what we do. It'll change your life because this is what we do know. And this is coming. In 2 days' time, maybe by the time this video is launched, it might already be here, the 23rd of July. It's 21st right now, so probably 2 days edit. Ethereum ETF is going to be live. Long term, this is fucking great. And this is especially great for my Ethereum pool / Brits and my other Ethereum pools. Because what you need to understand is when you look at the BTC ETF, they're printing now. So we are negatives. Okay, but now the inflow is 400 million a day. This is a day. Yes, it goes down, etc. Now, remember, I don't want to give you all hype here. Short term, we can go down on Ethereum. We'll probably see that. When we had the BTC ETF, short term, we went to shit. But over the long term, this always happens. Bitcoin's going crazy. Don't worry about short term, especially if you're in range on your pools. You accumulate so much Ethereum and whatever other coin you're stacking it with. And again, you just have this smile. It's such a beautiful feeling, man. Honestly. I honestly contemplated about getting a job the other day just for a month, just to see how it would feel again. And I want you guys to be in that mindset. Because if you're this girl, this guy, and you're printing way more than your boss, way more than your income from that job, you've got nothing to worry about right now. You can come into work with a big smile. You can be late to the job. What's he going to fucking do? Oh, you fire me? Okay. It gives you confidence. So what is the most important thing you can do right now as a crypto investor? Well, we've already discussed about it. Get the expenses down. Get the income up. Get in pools. If you're already holding the coins, you don't have to use our pools. Use your own pools. Just find out, get informative information about this. But the most important thing is stay in the game and keep going. Because I promise you, these prices, I was looking at prices. Let's just look at Solana, right? Solana's pumping crazy right now. I was looking at all time or even 1 year to date. I was like, 1 year ago, Solana was $23. What were you doing? Imagine if you stacked pools on Solana, or just imagine if you just invested spot Solana. Solana, look at the market cap. There's gains everywhere, brother. But if you don't have any money because you're getting dragged down by your job, you're getting dragged down by your wife, you're getting dragged down by the 3 holidays per year that you're supposed to take by the wife and the kids, etc. If your car payments are too high, if your mortgage is through the roof, of course you would feel scared. But if you have a big income or you have a big portfolio, get those assets to work. We want income-driving assets, and we can pay for whatever liabilities you want forever. And this doesn't end, because once the bull run's done and we cash out all the cash that we hope to do sensibly, you know what we can do after that? A lot of people buy real estate. Go buy real estate. Doesn't really matter. But for me, I'll be stacking USDT on as many safe platforms as possible, and I'll print so much fucking money where I'll beat the house. Again, I don't have to worry about 10x, etc. I'll be spread across many platforms, and I'll just print in the bear market. I'll just print and print and print and print. 2029, 2030 comes, we do the same again. This is probably the most valuable video that you'll ever see. It'll change your mindset, but it'll really change your things about income-driving assets and just not being worried about that liability of that job. Nobody wants to talk about this. Everybody wants to talk about buy this coin, buy X coin. I love those videos too. But if you can start getting income on your assets you already hold, that's all you need to do. I wish I started this a year ago. I really wish. This pool is about a month old, give or take. Maybe a month and a half. But you can just see the damage we're already doing right now. And I want us to go sideways for as long as... I don't want Brett to start pumping. I don't want Ethereum to start pumping. That's the difference between you guys. You want your coins to go crazy because you have to make it happen. If you had pools, and you can set up these pools right now, for $100, you can just go super low, get feet wet. You won't want the price to go up right now. You know they're going to be up in 2025. So every single day when I can stack this in dollar value, don't care. This is what I care about. I'm like, okay, when Brett hits $1, $2, that's 1.2k here. That's what I see. That's what I see. So every single day in future value, I'm trying to stack at least 2 to 3k. That's my goal. Future value, not today's value, future value. And I think that's very possible. And you'll have so much fucking money by the time you're cashing out maybe to your bank account. Your bank's going to be like, yo, what's F going on here? Good and bad. Taxes are important. Remember that. Not trading. We don't have to do these weird trades, man, where we have to make it happen tomorrow. We just chill. Every single day I wake up with a little coffee and I'm like, that was nice. I check the other pools. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. That was nice. That was nice. Oh, There's so much cash being stacked. And if you're not taking advantage, man, it's going to be you in 2025. Goodbye.